just looking for any clues or anything on the ground.
So you're walking this. You walk this back, and you're not seeing much on the ground there. And you see River Walker. You probably see him finishing his conversation with that old man, and walking back to the bridge. So you two meet each other there. Um, you don't see anything else laying on the ground on that path there.
Nothing along the path. What about you?
Interesting things. Uh, Old man's dog, Skipper, may have actually noticed two people passing by. He saw the old man saw a man and a woman before the rain. I think we might find two people who actually got drenched a little bit. But it's been like how long since the rain? Like an hour or something?
Yeah, maybe around an hour at this point.
Yeah,
maybe about half an hour to an hour.
yeah. We weren't out in the rain because we went and took cover. Are most other people dry by now?
Well, I
Who
was.
ended up getting caught?
I stood in the rain.
Most folks that were out in the rain are dry by now or have changed,
Mhm.
unless they're like Tuss, who's just got soaked and probably didn't have much time to.
Right, so I'm looking over to Tuz, taking a look at like his level of dryness, because these people would have come by while probably still wet at some point. So I'll probably start asking around this area, and I think maybe we can start pinpointing where they went.
About anyone wet?
Yeah, a man and a woman who came by who were wet sometime, perhaps during or after the rain.
He did say that this happened before the rain. So.
Oh, yeah, so they, Right, because they went off into the woods from here and then passed back that way, that's right.
Well, when we were talking to the circus people, did anybody come into the circus after we had been there? I can't remember.
Yeah, it's hard to remember, but you do know that there was a guard put in charge of watching the circus folk. A man by the name of Orbill that you were told in the first place to uh replace. That was originally your job.
Right, let's go to Orbill then. We needed to relieve him anyway. So we'll head to the commons and relieve Orbill.
All right, so you walk over there to Orbill, and you see standing out in the middle of the field with his arms crossed is a man dressed in a similar tunic to you guys, but he's almost 6.5 feet tall and has a long, bushy salt and pepper beard. He looks like he's maybe in his late 30s, and he's dressed in that same guard tabard as you. He's got his hands crossed over his chest, and he's standing just out in the middle of the field, looking, watching the circus. And just like Tuss, he looks like he was soaked to the bone, and he's just been standing here since.
Perfect. So I'll go up and I'll wave Orbill. Orbill.
Oh, are you? Hello.
Nodding off.
Are you here to replace me? Relieve me, maybe?
Right. Yes. I am Riverwalker, and we've just talked to Drakenhoff and are on guard duty now. Before you head off, though.
Yes.
I guess a couple of things. The first is one of the young women in town has been killed. Phyllis.
Oh, heavens. That's a shame. What happened?
I'm not certain. I think someone may have stabbed her from very close, and then set her down in one of the groves outside town. I think there might be two people responsible. A man and woman who were walking together, and may have returned before the rain. Have you seen a pair of people like that approach the common field?
approaching the common field? No, not really. I haven't seen anyone. Well, I saw you all approach a while ago. You came out as soon as the rain started, but not much else than that.
Maybe we did it.
Did you murder
so
them? Did you murder her?
But yeah, so the only ones you've seen approach the common field were us.
Yes.
And
yes.
no one else has really come and interacted from to the circus since then, right?
Yeah, sounds about right.
Well, that's worrisome.
For us, for
Very-
sure.
Very worrisome.
No?
Well, still, you're relieved for now, and I believe we're supposed to take over.
Well, you originally were told to take over, but then this murder happened.
Right.
You also
I
told me
don't
to
know if his
investigate.
orders are going to change and if he might put you on to another shift. But... Well, we need to figure out what's happening here.
You can probably assume that he meant for your investigation into the murder to go over any other order that you currently had.
Right, so we'll probably come to that conclusion together, nod, and go, well, I guess you have to stay here. Whoops, sorry.
Well, it's not bad work.
Maybe I'll try to remind someone to bring you a change of tabard.
Well, at least they fed me bread.
Gotta get some of that bread. So what do we do now? Orville's actually been very good, so we know someone who had this foreign currency is involved. They didn't return to the circus before the rain happened. So this whole area is kind of off. Or at least they didn't cross the field or anything. They definitely came to this bridge.
Well, you asked if any villagers had came. You asked if anyone had came to the commons. He said no to that.
Yeah, I didn't even mean specifically villagers. There's been like any pair of people.
Yeah.
So if nobody came at all, not even the circus folk in a pair, then yeah, we can cross that off.
Let's just go
Unless,
to...
like, Orville has something else to add on that.
Let's go to everyone's houses and check all of their boots. The muddiest boots, obviously, did it.
Orville strokes his beard and he goes, well, one of the men from the circus, I don't know if this will help, but one of the men from the circus, maybe two of them went to the stream before the rain, and a couple went over afterwards too, towards the stream. They were different men, though. Can't remember exactly who, but one of them went over to the well. I know that. And one of the women went up to the mill as well. Came back with some bread. But when the rain started, the circus folk all ran to one of the wagons and took shelter. You saw them doing that?
Yes. So let's see. So the well is just right over here, so that's like a really short trip. And the mill is over here.
That's correct.
Okay, and they did return with bread.
She was found with yarn, right? Didn't she have yarn?
You did find that homespun thread ripped on the underbrush.
All right, so the person we're looking for actually has has something ripped right now. Maybe even their belt pouch with their money. Okay, so this gives us a couple of different things. We could maybe ask around the circus, but there's no telling if anyone would know what anyone is up to. We could go to the mill and see if maybe who interacted out there and try to follow up on that. And maybe someone over at the mill that is right over here at the castle may have actually seen someone on this side of the river, but that's unknown. um. What else?
I think that's everything.
Okay. I think I'm gonna go try shoot for the mill.
Okay.
Where's the mill? That's right there. Yeah.
All right. Does anyone? Is everyone just following Riverwalker here?
I think
Or
so.
did they fall asleep?
No.
Oh, I just saw you had your hand and you're nodding.
I'm clearly in deep thought.
I was like,
It's a mystery,
ooh.
and we have to go and ask everyone what's going on.
All right.
Uh,
So you head over to the mill. All right. You knock on the door there, and a a a, a younger man, enormous, but a young man that's huge,
mhm,
maybe easily 6 feet tall, but maybe 225, 240 of just muscle,
mhm.
answers the door. Uh, Hello? Uh, yeah, no. Do you do you need any bread?
Miller. Well, yes, but also, I have a couple questions if you don't mind. I'm working with the
Oh,
town guard. At
uh,
this moment, I'm Riverwalker.
I have a lot of work to do. If you have any questions, you can ask the miller, Neldel, but uh, just he's rather old. Just
You
he'll
handle the people who come for bread, though, don't you?
well I direct him to him. I just answer the door. He doesn't move
Well,
very well.
well, you still answer the door for people. Uh, I want to ask you about anyone who's come by today. Anyone who came as a pair,
Uh, a pair.
possibly a
Uh,
man and a woman, and before the rain.
do you mind while I work while we talk?
Yes, you can work.
Oh, okay. So he kind of lets you in, and he's doing his duties, and he well, a pair of people. Um, before the rain. Yeah, I think there was a pair of folks that came in. Let's see. Yeah. The the Edris. Uh, I think he came by with his wife. Uh, two two 3 hours before the rain, early this morning. Came by. They got some bread. They said they were doing something special for lunch.
Hmm. I see. Um, who's Edris again?
Edris, you haven't met Edris yet.
Mhm.
He, he's just another one of the village folks. He's if you ask him about it, he said, "Yeah, Edris. He lives on the other side of town, right around here. He's got a farm right there. I
Okay.
marked it on the map. It's on the southeast.
Right, and that's one set of people.
Yeah, yeah. They
Um,
they came through earlier this morning. If that helps.
and when I was talking with Odris earlier, the pair that he was indicating were from the circus. So, did you see any? Has anyone from the circus come for bread?
When you spoke to Orbill or when you spoke to the old man?
Orville.
Uh, the circus. No, Edris lives in the village here. Uh, circus. Oh yes. A nice woman from the circus did come by earlier. Uh, what? Who was it? Uh, yeah. It was. She's a nice a plump woman. She was she was rather cute. She had a bird with her. It was real nice. She the bird could even do tricks. I He like leans in close. Don't tell the old man, but I gave him an extra loaf for to get a peek at the bird performance.
Oh, very nice. So someone with a bird. Uh, and out of curiosity, did you see which way she went when she left?
Uh, back towards the commons, I assume. I mean, she didn't head towards the castle.
Hmm. So you didn't see.
Well, I just saw her going back to the village. I didn't see much more than that. I don't pay much attention to where people go after here.
I understand. I'll still take you up on the bread, though.
Oh, yeah. You got some trade coins on you?
Well, I was hoping to just get it for free today. I'm a little bit short on coins. And I assume that the guard duty would be paying for it.
Well, he kind of looks to the left and right. Well, how about this? You tell me what all these questions are about, and I'll give you a loaf of bread.
I'll actually like huddle him in almost conspiratorially and just kind of go. One of the young women in town, Phyllis, was found dead. I think
Phyllis
someone may
died?
have. Yes.
Oh,
I think
oh
someone
my
may have done it
goodness.
at very close range, and I think there may be at least 3 people involved, 2 of which may still be in town.
Mellorin will be devastated. Oh, that's horrible. Does everyone know? Have you told everyone?
I haven't told everyone yet, but Drakenhof is talking to the family now. I imagine it'll get around eventually.
And has anyone told Mellorin?
Like I said, I think that's what Drakenhof is doing right now.
Well, you
Bellerin is
said
their family, right?
no.
No?
Mellerin's Fellis's boyfriend.
Oh.
Does
Oh, I didn't know.
Oh, well, they kept it a little bit secret, but I mean, everyone knew they liked each other. Everyone knew they liked each other. It was no big secret. It was just a secret from, you know, they just
Young
kept it a little bit on
romance.
the yeah, exactly. They tried to keep it on the down low. I thought I had a chance with Fleece once, but she always had her eyes for Mellerin.
Do you know where Bellerin is now? Or where he
Uh,
works?
well, I mean, he works down. He works kind of down by Edris.
Down by Edris. I see. Wait, why is Merlin here? Oh,
That's not how I spelled it.
Where's
Oops.
Merlin not?
okay, so he just has a different house over there. Okay, I got confused for.
Oh,
It's like, wait a second, we're finding new information about someone we aren't asking about.
I spell it. Yeah, so Mellerin is this house right here, and Edris is down here. And of
Yeah,
course, I spelled it.
very interesting.
I typed it into the chat, and then I wrote it completely wrong.
Okay. So let's see then. So Mellerin is there. I think maybe we could speak to them. Maybe they met today. I'll probably.
You want to
talk
go
to
find
Dragon too.
out?
I think so.
Well, do you want to go find out what they know of what he told the family, or who was it? Strade?
Drakenhof. Yeah, we can
Yeah,
go talk to Drakenhof next
Dragonhoff.
and cycle around. So I'm gonna go ahead and pat our
Yeah.
baker friend on the back here and just say, "You're a wealth of information, friend." And I'll hold up like one of the loaves that I've like slowly taken as I've been talking to him, and just like shake it a little, go like, "Thank you."
Oh, well, all right, of course. Good luck. I hope you catch him.
I do as well. All right. So that has been an interesting little bit of information. We know maybe there's a woman with a bird. We know there's the boyfriend. We know there's this family. Uh, and I guess we should go catch up with Dragonhoff at this point, who's probably dealing with a bunch of weeping individuals.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you guys go over to where Strachan is speaking to the victim's family, and you see there's Strachan and the what you assume is the victim's mother is just bawling in tears. Her father is kind of standing there grimly and nodding and listening, and there's a much older man there who looks like it could be a grandfather, and he's I know exactly who did this. Oh, I know who. And Strachan is like, well, calm down. We'll investigate this in our own time. And he's, oh, well, there's not enough time if they're murdering my grandchildren. And Felice is you're kind of arriving, and you're hearing all this, and Farron, who is the father of Felice, is well, no, Strachan, I think I firmly suspect Mellorin. That young man was no good match for my daughter. Are these the people investigating this my murder? What have you found?
What, you've been murdered?
My daughter's murder. What have you found so far?
We've been looking around trying to see if anyone has spotted some people who may have been there.
Well, have you checked it with Edros and Mellorin? Do you know where Mellorin? Have you asked him?
We're going there next.
You better find him quickly. He's definitely the one. He was no good for my daughter. Oh, why?
We'll ask him. We'll see. I have a question. What happened to Phyllis today? Where did she go? Where did she say she was going? What is it that you remember?
We he kind of puts his hands in his brow. Well, he starts to speak, and then the old man goes, "Oh, there's no time to speak. He's like starts shaking a cane, and he stretches out. Oh, there's no time to do any of this chit chat, and there's only one thing to do right now, and that's action. Oh, I oughta. Blood pays for blood, and I'll tell you what, I'm gonna take my pound of it."
That's
Oh,
flesh.
and he's like rolling up his elbows, or he's rolling up his sleeves, not his elbows. He's rolling up his sleeves.
Rolling up his elbows. He's an old man. The flesh is just weak.
And I guess just clarified me, like, and he didn't actually like answer the question in his whole tirade there, did he?
He did not.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Like, my brain was trying to process that. It's like, oh no, okay.
By the way, where's her body right now?
Where's what?
Where's her body right now?
Her body is still in that in the forest at the moment.
Oh, I definitely would have suggested Drakenhoff have just like taken it and brought it back to the family when we were there. So I would assume it's here now. Then
they were going to take it to the priest first, and then have rites done with it.
And it is most assuredly dead, right?
Yes,
100% dead.
Very much. 100% dead. Just to make sure the city guard also stabbed her a few times just to
Right,
check.
so she didn't like
Kill the bodies.
she didn't like fall asleep face down with like raspberry jam on her back.
Yeah, you when you were doing, especially when Tuss did his first aid check, he knew for certain that she's dead.
Gosh, now I'm just like expecting like a Romeo and Juliet thing. Like we're gonna go over to Marilyn, and he's gonna be like, "I can't believe she's dead," and he's gonna go ahead and kill himself. And then we're gonna find like the girl's gonna come back. It's like, look, it was just a fake. I faked everyone out so we could be together. It's gonna be terrible.
I mean, something crazy could be like that, but she did have a deep stab wound in the back, so
It's fake. It's fake.
I mean, there's a circus in town,
It's not like I have medicine.
and people do like to put on a show.
that's true. Speaking of shows, this old man has rolled up both of his sleeves, and he's got both his sleeves up, and he's marching straight down the road.
Now, hold up, and I'm literally going after him.
Oh, he's always been a batten, and battens are battens, and and he's just stomping through the mud.
I don't think he's responsible, but I don't think this is the time or place to start a fight.
Oh, why? You don't know anything about us, boy. Get out of here! And he's marching down this road. I mean, he like gets off the road and he's cutting straight across the common field. He's got a little bit of a lean to him, and he's starting to get some momentum. And even though he's got momentum, he is not moving very fast.
And the whole way, I'm like trying to stop him, like very politely.
He's pushing you off, and oh yeah, that's right. Get out of here. He's every once in a while he takes swings at you. Oh, I know what's good for my family.
And I'm gonna go ahead and declare right now, like when he gets there and he tries to start a fight, I will try to stop him. So because that's gonna happen. But I'm also waiting for him to actually do it.
Yeah, so you get about halfway here to this field, and at this point you can start making out these houses down to the southeast, and you see there's this one down here has a porch on it right here in between Edris and Mellorin's place. And on that porch, you hear a, "Oh, I knew you'd be coming for me! Oh!" And you see an old man get out of an old chair, and he's getting up, and you can see him rolling up the sleeves. "Oh, bring it on! I was been waiting for this opportunity. You finally got over your yelly belly." And this old man here that you've got is, "Oh, those are fighting words. I'll make you choke on it." Both of these men look like they're probably in their late 60s, maybe early 70s, and they're all crooked and their hands are gnarled, but they're starting to make fists and
These two are probably healthy individuals who will probably murder each other.
It looks like they're going at each other. They're both,
all right. I'm breaking it up. I'm breaking it up.
"Oh, I know that, man. You murdered my granddaughter. Oh, you're no good for nothing. Oh, me? I'm good for nothing. You're good for nothing."
Tuss, you get the other one. I'll get this one.
All right. I grab the other one.
Should I make like a feat of strength, or do we want to go to rounds of this? How do you want to do it?
They're not very hard to restrain because they've lost a little bit of their strength in their old age, but I mean if they've lost strength, they certainly haven't lost any of their vigor.
Yeah,
they're struggling. I mean, you're kind of like you're holding them back a little bit, and they're taking swings at you, and they're trying to push at each other, and they're shouting at each other. What would you like to do?
Grab him by the shirt and settle down. Pull him back.
Yeah, with mine, I'm just like doing full bear hug and like dragging them backwards away.
Oh, you're on their side. Well, the one of them that you've got, Griffin goes, oh, what? Now you're siding with him? Of course you do. Everyone sides with him. And the other one that you have, Tuss, is going, oh, just more people ganging up on Cinderland. Of course, that's what you all do. You all try to gang up on my family. Your father was a good-for-nothing son of a bitch.
Violence is fun, but
All
not the resolution today.
Oh, they're both
If you
rather angry.
if you two don't stop growling with you, I will drag you all the way to the castle. I will have them settle you into the dungeon until you two start to behave.
So, would you call that more of an intimidation or a
That's
diplomacy?
intimidation for sure.
All right, let's see an intimidation roll from you.
I got 7. I mean, like, I'm a big, strong guy, but I'm also just not that scary of a person. I'm just like, oh, he's just that guy who, just is always talking very calmly. He'd never do anything.
Well, since you've
I rolled a
restrained
76.
them, and since you are two fighter-looking types, they're not. And since you're wearing your guards
Yeah,
outfits,
just
they're
by
not keen.
logic, they will
Yeah,
maybe come to the conclusion.
they're not keen to they're not keen to fight you guys. So they do stop taking swings and pushing at you, but they are still they're very much content to sit back and yell curses at each other. So they're willing just to yell and holler at each other. You can get Sendelin back onto his porch where he kind of sits in his chair, rocking back and forth and spitting in the direction of Sholas and uh, hollering an insult every once in a while.
Tuss, if you want to keep an eye on this and maybe even talk to Airdross and their family, I can go to Mellorin.
Okay.
So I'll go ahead and go on.
You're
Okay.
wasting your time there, boy. They did it. That old man is a murderer.
Just calm down. Let's be calm.
And Puck, where have you been this whole time?
Flittering about in the air, above it all.
Right.
Highly wondering if I should land on one of these two guys' shoulders and cast Enrage.
Pulling out like a pixie bag of popcorn here and just going, this gonna be good.
Well, I mean, just to see what the scene would turn into if I cast Enrage on, like, Tusk.
Oh.
It'd be a full-on beatdown.
Yeah, I mean, the other two
Okay.
guys are already enraged, but I mean, if I turn one of our own party members enraged, it might be a little more interesting. I might have a show.
So, Tuss, you're going to Edris, and Riverwalker, you're going to Melorins.
Mm-hmm.
You guys both split in either of those directions, and you guys split, and it's just these old men and Puck. And the old man, Sholas, looks up at you, Puck. Well, you gonna do anything, boy?
No, go at it. I'm gonna watch.
I've been waiting a long time for this. And so you guys like walk down the road, and you hear a "Woo! Now it's going down!" And you guys both turn around and see these old men are back at it, and they've got each other by the collars and are starting to swing at each other.
Street justice.
Wait, Tuss, weren't you supposed to be watching them?
Let him go at it.
Go back and stop them, Tuss. I don't have time for them.
We gotta figure out who killed that girl. It's obviously not.
They're gonna kill each other. Stop.
Now, you see one of them throw a blow, and he hits the guy, and that one you see Sholas throw a punch and knock down the other old man, but then get so unsteady on his feet that he also falls, and now they're grappling in the mud.
Fine, you talk to Mellor, and I'm gonna go back. So we're changing places.
Okay.
All right. So you're
gonna go back, and I'm gonna try breaking them up again.
Yeah, so once you're back into it, you can easily start to pull them apart. I mean, you're able to pull them off each other, and now they're covered in mud and several bruises and welts. So while you're dealing with that and getting them separated, and maybe taking one of the grandfathers back to their house, or basically separating them. Tuss, what would you like to do?
I want to go to the. I'm gonna walk over to the Mellorin house and
Okay.
knock on the door.
Yeah, you get
Excuse
close,
me.
and you see you hear a holler from actually the backside. I'm back here. Uh, come on out.
All right.
Right? You
How
come
do
to
you?
the other side, and you see uh, a man is sitting next to a man and a woman are standing next to a large horse and are currently brushing it down and tending to it. One of them is feeding it, and it just looks like horse care.
Hmm.
Uh,
I
uh,
say, how do you do? I'm with the keep guard, and I'm wishing to speak to Mellorin.
well, yeah, my son's not home right now. I'm afraid you'll have to come back later. He's not in trouble, is he?
I don't think so. Just wanted to talk to him about um, a a lady friend
Huh,
that
well,
something happened to.
well, uh, I don't know much about that, but Mellerin should be back before dusk. He took one of the horses out for exercise. They got to be ridden.
Okay, sure. Um, can I ask you a few questions about him?
Yeah, yeah. No, I don't mind.
Or can I speak to the both of you, or just?
My son
Uh,
or my
well, you said that.
oh his
You
wife too.
said
Yeah,
it's.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So Mellerin's your son?
Yes, he is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh, um, what was he doing? He needed to. He needed to break the horse. Is that break in the
Well,
horse? Is it?
no, he asked if he could take Heron, one of the horses, out for some exercise. So I said, yeah.
Um, there was a girl that was hurt, and we wanted to know if maybe he knew this girl. Maybe you know this girl. Her name was Phyllis.
Oh, Phyllis. Yeah, yes. Oh, Mellerin would go on about Phyllis.
How so? Were they friends?
Oh, I certainly think that Mellerin hoped for more than just friends. Uh, I I I suspect Mellerin wanted to marry Phyllis.
Oh, oh, were they close?
Well, very much so. They spent a lot of time together. Well, when the two of them weren't working, that is.
Was she with him today?
Uh, I I don't know. I didn't see the two of them around here. Um, and the father speaks up. Well, she wasn't around here. I don't know when they could have been together today. Mellerin was working all morning for me. He
Okay,
only left after the rain stopped. Yeah.
okay. Do you know where he went?
Uh, I don't know where exactly. He usually rides the horse around the county. Depends on the day. Depends on the weather.
And then he'll be back later.
Should be back before dusk.
All right, that sounds good. Thank you for your time.
Is something wrong with Phyllis? Is everything okay?
Well, not so much, ma'am. She's hurt. She was killed. We found
Oh,
her. We found her in the grove, up by the keep, and we're just trying to figure out where everybody was.
and you think my son did it?
No, definitely not. I'm not sure who did it. I'm just trying to uh, get all the answers so we can figure out, who did it. So,
Well, you're looking in the wrong place here. My Mel would never hurt a soul, especially not Phyllis. He loved that woman dearly. You should look elsewhere from my son for the
all right.
culprit.
All right. Well, I just want to ask him a few questions when he comes back, or some of the other guard might be by to ask him those questions, but that's all. Um, will that be all right?
Yeah, that'll we'll be here. Uh, Mellerin will come back. I'm sure of it. And you can ask him all the questions you want,
Okay.
and he'll clear his own name.
That sounds good. Thank you for your time. And I want to walk over to where Riverwalker is.
Okay. Yeah, Riverwalker, where Riverwalker and Puck, what have you two been doing?
There we go, microphone in my head. Well, I've been trying to break them up, but I mean, I wanted to talk to the airdrosses anyway, so I'll go ahead and ask them once they've calmed down and everyone's breathing heavily and he's probably back in his chair. Uh, so, Airdros, can you tell me about your day and where you've been?
So you've got this one of the old men in tow so that they don't fight each other, and you walk over here to the next house, and uh, so this house, the fight that
Oh,
was
I'm
going
sorry, I
on
thought
was
the fight
here.
was happening. Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought it was with them the whole time.
Here, let me draw this here.
Yeah, so the fight was here, and these families are related.
There's the old man smackdown happened at that house. So
Yeah.
you'd go to the next house to speak to Edris.
Hmm.
So you go in tow, and you pull him in tow, and uh, a younger man or maybe a mid-20s opens the door. Uh, Hello. Can I help at all?
Uh, yes, I'm Riverwalker, and I'm with the town guard today. Uh,
Ah,
I just have a couple of questions I want to ask you.
of yeah. What? Of course. About what?
Is there anyone else here today? Your
Um.
wife, I think?
Yes. She's here.
Okay. Can you tell me where you've been today?
The both of them come to the front door. Well, we've mainly been farming. It's my Edris's birthday here. So we I went and got some. We walked to the mill and got some bread just so that we could celebrate. Do something a little fancier for lunch today.
I see. I see. Um. And when was this? This was before the rain?
This was this morning. Yes, about 2 hours before the rain. We walked over there.
Hmm. Okay. Uh, and did you see anyone else while you were there?
Did I see anyone else at the mill?
Uh, yes, at the mill.
Well, aside from the Millers, no. It was just us. Well, I mean, we stopped along the way. We know a few folks in town, so we stop and talk to them. But I mean, not much more than that.
I see. Do you know a young girl who's in town? A Phyllis?
Uh, Phyllis. I know of her, but not much.
So you've never had much interaction with her or her family, correct?
Well, we have some. I mean, we've spoken to them. We see them around, but not day to day.
I see. And honestly, I just kind of have to run off of this and kind of figure out what's their disposition.
Yeah, they seem like generally like concerned and kind of confused. They don't.
Mhm.
Um, they seem willing to help. They just they seems like they might not know anything.
Okay. Um, and I guess while I'm doing this, I'm also gonna like look down at their shoes and boots and see like how muddy those are. I
Uh,
don't think it'd be too muddy because they came back before the rain
yeah,
anyway.
they don't look muddy at all. In fact, their boots are just sitting by the door and only have a little bit of mud.
Hmm.
Um, it seems like the normal mud one might have from walking across the village.
Yeah. Oh, this is tough. I'm trying to
I
like
tell you,
mentally like put it through my head now.
you're looking in the wrong spot. Your murderer is right there. He points back towards the other old man.
Well, I mean, it was still worth a shot. What is there anything I could get out of these two? I'll ask them. It's like, while you were out there, did you see anyone across the river? I
Uh,
don't think I asked that one yet.
Cross the river. Um, not not really. I mean, there's Valorin and Mala who usually do their wash down by the river, but that's is that what you mean?
Oh, there are those two there. I see. No, hmm. I'm not sure if there's anything else I can ask them, but they did give me back something that I kind of forgot about. Uh, I'll go ahead and ask, do you know where those two are now? I think they'd probably be done with their wash by now.
Most likely at home, I'd assume, if they're not still washing.
Alright, could you tell me where their home is?
Yeah, just a few doors down.
Just a few
Up
doors
there.
down. Thank you very much.
Yep. Well, I'm glad we could help. Is
Thank
everything
you for your
okay?
time. We'll see you soon.
All right. Okay. Good day.
And I think I'm probably waiting for Tuss to like come back and tell me what he's learned.
All right. So Tuss and Riverwalker at this point have reconvened after speaking to Mellorin's parrots and Edros.
Apparently, it seems Mellorin wanted to marry Phyllis, and he's been gone all day on a horse.
Has he now?
Hmm.
And he hasn't returned. Well, that is actually incredibly concerning.
Yeah, they said he'll be home at dusk, so we'll have to make our way back here at the end of the day.
Very interesting then.
Hmm.
Well, I believe at least we can confirm he was one of our suspects. Um, did they say? No, they didn't say what he had left town to go do, did he?
They didn't. They said he just goes out and rides um, horses, and then he comes back at the end of the day.
Hmm. Well, that'd be cute if there wasn't a murder involved. Because
Right.
undoubtedly that's how he meets with Phyllis.
But his mom said that he loved her and that he wouldn't hurt anything. So
But there are the other two that we're concerned with. Um, so I'm gonna go ahead and ask the two people who are washing stuff. I'm just slowly making my way up there. And we'll go through the same song and dance, and I'll go like, I am I'm Riverwalker. I'm with the town guard. I have a few questions. I saw you out washing your clothing by the river before it started raining. Before it started raining, did anyone pass by you? Perhaps on the other side of the river.
First, would you like to go to the northmost house first or the southmost house?
Oh, they're in two different houses, aren't they?
Yep.
Southmost house. Let's go.
All right.
Closest.
So you arrive there and you see there's actually a woman out in the out near the side of the house. She looks like she's like running ash through uh, running ash to make detergent.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
she's
ash, lye, water, fat.
exactly. So yeah, she's pouring water into a bucket and collecting the resulting liquid as it runs through a hole in the base of the bucket.
Mm-hmm.
And she's working. What would you like to say? Yeah. So you what are you going to
Yeah.
ask about?
So yeah, like I said, I give her the song and dance that I keep giving people, and I'll go, you were by the river washing earlier, and I saw you, before the rain. Before the rain, did you see anyone pass by you, perhaps over by the river?
Uh, yeah, I saw Mellorin briefly, and several of those ne'er do wells from the circus. Ugh. One of them, one of those degenerates. They pissed up river from where we were washing our clothing. Ugh. My stairs could drill holes. Ugh.
About where were they washing? Like at the bridge or further down?
Yeah, right about there, right below the bridge.
Okay. Uh, so someone was. So they were upriver, the people are complaining. But did anyone go downriver, like towards the keep on the opposite side of the river?
Uh,
There seems to be
uh,
a lot of foot traffic on the road. Someone stepping off the road would be a little bit odd.
well, that that circus trash uh, nearly bumped into me as he went over to the bridge, but uh, I I don't know. He saw me watching and turned back towards the village. I don't know.
I see.
Yeah, he. I don't know. Those circus folks are just they come in and they think they own the place and they're just rude to us villagers and think that their coin can just buy all the friends they want. Ah,
Can you tell
if
me
I were
about the
you,
one you saw? Do
yeah.
you recognize what they look like?
Oh, I'd definitely recognize him again. I saw him a few times. He tall, well built, with black hair. Black hair, yes.
All
Yeah.
built, black hair.
Now that you
Does
speak of it, I did see him heading across the bridge towards the village from the other side, but I never saw him cross the bridge.
very interesting. So this description, does that fit any of the circus people I've seen so far?
None of them that you've spoken to.
Okay, that's good. Uh, Interesting. And this person was returning alone, not with anyone else.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah,
bridge did
he
you come across?
this one here, up on the Yalen Road.
Okay. Hmm.
Very interesting. Okay.
Yeah,
Like,
he he was with another man too. I yeah, and two of them crossing the bridge.
and what did the other one look like?
Let's see. Um, maybe maybe about how tall is everyone in the group? Well, aside from the Pixie Fairy.
Okay.
5'9".
Well, yeah. How tall are you?
I think I'm 6'4", right?
Right, so 6'4", 5'9", and
22 inches.
22 inches. So uh, she looks at you three. Um, he was maybe around your height. And she points at Riverwalker, but I think Valerin got a better look on him, and she kind of jerks her thumb towards the other house. She was washing clothing with me.
All right. I'll be sure to talk with her next. Thank you for telling us everything that you saw.
Oh, yeah, of course.
And maybe sometime later today, I'll see if I can get some soap off of you.
I was just about to recommend that. You smell like the woods, and not in a
As
good way.
usual. As usual. I'll go ahead and head to the next house. So Valoran is the next one we'll talk to.
All right. So you hear like as you approach the door, you hear, "Oh, you lazy lot! I've been washing dishes and clothing all day, and what have you been doing? You didn't even check on the fields. You didn't even check on the horses. Oh, what on the what? Why did I ever get stuck with your lot? Oh my goodness! Oh, why young Joseph was such a more promising candidate. Oh, if you hadn't sweet talked me. Oh, if you started sweet talking me now. Oh, but where's that gone? With the wind, I assume."
Loud knocking interrupts Valoran.
Oh, what is this? Another one of your drinking buddies? And
Bold
the
of you to
door
assume I
opens.
have the money to drink with.
The, the door opens and you see like this woman who's at the door, and behind her there's her husband is what you assume kind of slinking off into another room. Uh, and what do you need?
Valoran, I'm Riverwalker, and I'm with the City Watch. I wanted to ask you something. Your friend next door told me you were washing clothing together, and the two of you saw two people come back across the river. Two people
Oh,
who didn't
yep.
seem to go across the bridge in the first place.
Oh yeah, I did see those while I was washing the clothing of my good for nothing husband. Yes, I did. You know, I had to wash it all myself because if we had some money, we could get other people to do it for us. But yes, what did you not want to know?
Well, there were two people, and Valoran mentioned one of them, a tall, well-built person with black hair, and they were traveling with a second person, someone perhaps around my height. Do you remember what either of these two people looked like?
Yes. Oh, yes. One of those fellows was. Oh, he godful weasel face. Ugh. Now I have a horrible husband. He's lazy as the day is long, but at least he has a pretty looking face. And ooh, that weasel. Oh, it just gave me the creeps. And probably good too. He Mala saw him pissing above where we're washing. Oh my goodness.
I
Nearly
see.
sent me up a wall.
And let's see if I can just write down that description real quick here for myself. So 5'9" ish, and how does she put it?
A weasel faced little man.
Weasel faced little man. Perfect. Yay, now we know someone.
Yeah.
I see. And I suppose just to confirm, you didn't see them cross the bridge or get to the other side in the first place, correct? Like your
Uh,
friend?
I was busy washing, doing wash work, but I saw I saw them around the bridge several times, but didn't pay much attention to them. They don't deserve my time of day.
I see, and I understand, and agree. Um, and I'll lean in a little bit closer and kind of go, and if you need the washing done, I probably could use a little bit of money to pay for my own soap. You can smell it. I'll talk to me in a 10-day, and I could do something for
If only I had the money to pay you. If only I had the money
you.
to pay for anything. If only my husband would work. I hope I could be help. I hope I can be of help.
You've been a great deal of help, and I thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I'll go ahead and say goodbye, and I'll reconvene with Tuss and Puck and kind of go, well, everything's pointing to these two people at the circus, and I think we need to find them. Uh, Puck, do you think you could just do a flyby and see if you can just see where these two people are?
I mean, I don't know.
Like, I have an idea, but if you just know where they are, then that would immediately solve it.
But I don't, though.
Are you declining to fly around then?
No, I've assumed I'm flying around all this whole time. I just don't know where these people are.
They should be in the common field with the rest of the circus folk at this point.
Okay.
And here are their two descriptions: the tall, well-built person with black hair, and the 5'9"-ish weasel-faced little man.
Cool.
And that second description doesn't fit anyone I've talked to yet, right?
No, neither of the people, or none of the people you've talked to have fit that description.
Mm-hmm.
So, what would you guys like to do?
Well, what's the fairy doing? Puck? Are you gonna?
Yeah.
I literally just said I was doing it, so.
You
You
did.
are buzzing. Oh, you're buzzing the. So you're. How in depth are you? Like, and how close do you want to be to the circus?
25 feet in the air.
Okay. So you're flying around and make an observation check.
Sprinkle some fairy dust and.
You know nothing about fairies.
So what specifically are you looking for? Are you looking for the
A weasel-faced man.
the larger, or are you looking for the larger man? Or are you looking for the weasel face?
The weasel-faced man, because that's the best description.
Mm-hmm.
All
Clearly
right,
not this orc-faced giant that's taken to the field.
So you're looking around the field and oh, I don't see that picture. I'm looking at the Twitch stream and I see that the picture of the girl, and I do not see that on mine. Does anyone else see that? Obviously,
Yeah,
you
that's
see it.
weird.
Weird. All right.
Is it on like
But-
the GM layer?
No, it's
Can't be. I don't have GM access.
yeah. I don't see this picture. Does anyone else see it? Aside
The
from
pic-
Theta,
The
Good
pixie?
question.
is there a picture over the tournament field? Is there a picture right here at all?
No.
It's on
That's weird.
It's on the stream, but it's not on.
I can only see
yeah.
the data refresh, but that's it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not seeing that at all. Anyways, you're buzzing over this group. You're seeing they're starting to get most of the circus unpacked at this point. There's maybe about 14 individuals. All of them are currently busy. You see several are unpacking two wagons. Some of them are hammering large pegs into the ground. You buzz over and you're not seeing anyone that looks weasel faced. You're seeing a whole assortment of people. You're seeing some tall and burly, some thin, some have sharp features, but you're not seeing one that just leaps out as weasel faced.
I guess I'll fly back and tell them I have not encountered any weasel-faced people.
Interesting. Well, I have another recommendation. I have some money, and maybe they'll come running to pick up their money.